in the heart of Texas in San Marcos. Welcome to Bobcat Stadium. You work the entire season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. It's the San Diego State Aztecs and the Texas State Bobcats. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Bobcats head coach before the game. This is a separation game. We are right in this conference championship race, but today is the day we show we're the better team. He wants to use that home field advantage, make sure the crowd is up, on their feet, and loud. But he says, guys, we've got to give them something to cheer about early to start the game so we can use that home field advantage. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. The Aztecs ready to kick it away first. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off play action on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back, and they get after quarterbacks.
And the Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Jackson will throw. Finds a tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Give to the single back. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Open field on the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
Already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
The Bobcats with the 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The snap sets up to throw. Left side is Harris. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Straight ahead. It's Strong. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
This offense is putting a drive together. Nice job. Opening drive, you got a script. You want to execute. You want to go down the field, really set the tone. Nice 3rd down conversion, and now set up.
And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in is this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here in this game, in this environment. All 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field, but when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hall. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Guys, let's think just for a minute about big picture San Diego State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
They need a huge play on third and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Long way to go on second down. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Trying to take it back. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Running inside, it's Phillips. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Here's Raiola to throw. Gets a hand in there.
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If they're both trying to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball moving.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Got some green grass. Maybe some room here. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aztecs. He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Handoff to the lone back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's changing the play. They give it to him again. Runs through a tackle. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Quick give. It's strong. Oh, he's got some space. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Quick give. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The hand to the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Making the adjustment on the play. Jackson will throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Got to make the play on 4th. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Throwing Raiola. Moves to his right. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Trying to convert the 3rd down. Here's Raiola. Works the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here's Raiola to throw. Right side, it's Phillips. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And the Aztecs are threatening on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Raiola. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, San Diego State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
And the extra point is good. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. There he goes. And he's still running after the move. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
The lone back's got it. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Maybe a crease. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Bobcats are marching down the field. Jackson gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Harris.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
And the Bobcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw. In the backfield, it's Bussey. To the 10. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. The Bobcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Sends it back in motion. They'll run it. It's strong. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bobcats. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he added the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Aztecs offense makes its way onto the field to start this drive. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Raiola unloads to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Pulls it in. It's battle. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. From the gun. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Jackson will throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. Got room at the 35. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And, man, that's impressive because I feel like this QB, he knew it, Reese. Like, he knew exactly where he needed to get to. He drops back. He wants to pass the football, but he's like, I got plenty of space to get the 1st down with a little extra, makes that decision, and gets the 1st down.
Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. Taken down.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. Jackson gonna throw it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Quarterback changing the play. starts on 4th down. Still looking to his right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Gets the back moving. Out wide right, it's Bussey. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Drives inside. Touchdown, Texas State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Phillips. Turning it on. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Right side, it's Harris. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Man, this guy is so dangerous running it, and the speed can also help him extend the play to hurt you throwing it, David. As a defense, what do you got to do to keep this guy in the pocket?
Well, the hard part is once he gets outside the pocket, you have to play the 2nd play. The 1st play, everybody had a route to run, but the 2nd play, it's the scramble drill, and receivers going to break and cut and do something different. So it's so annoying. It's frustrating to have a guy like this that can get outside the pocket and do so much damage.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the play fake, Dylan Raiola. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin with a look at Missouri, taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini.
San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They'll ride the hot hand. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
Keeps it moving. It's Hall. At the 40, there he goes. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. Going to the run, it's Phillips. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Rush right in his face. Left side is Coleman. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Works the middle of the field. Touchdown Aztecs! And they take it in for 6 more points. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Out wide right, it's Bussey. At midfield, he's got room. Down inside the 35, stopped him at the 34, and what an electrifying play.
Defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more, but no question they have got to tackle better on the back end.
Ready, go! Makes the catch. It's Bussey. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And the Bobcats have a lot of options on second and inches. Caught behind the line. It's Atkins. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Out wide left, it's Harris. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Makes the grab. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Texas State. They take the lead here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The freshman safety is still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Fires to the big fella. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
And the Aztecs will snap it on 1st and 10. Play action with Raiola. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Raiola Here comes the heat. And it's a sack. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That sack's on him, not the O-line. Third down coming. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. After that sack, the offensive line better get its stuff together. Stuff, you know what I mean by stuff. Third down. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He's got the first down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Steamrolls his way ahead. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Jackson will throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage, and I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. First play of the drive comes from the 38. The run inside. It's Phillips. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Here's Raiola to throw. Holds on, it's Odom. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Hits inside, it's Hall. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Flip it out to the back on the screen. Makes a man miss. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Aztecs have their offense in high gear. Throwing Raiola. Grabbed over the middle. It's Odom. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Right side, it's Odom. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Aztecs headed quickly to the line. From the gun, it's Hall. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Rush is on. Intercepted to stop the threat. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. All over him immediately.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Jackson gonna throw it. Under pressure. A little release to the back. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Making the adjustment. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Caught. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the 2nd level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
Misses badly on that one. Second and long here. Here's Raiola to throw. They're all over him. Find some time. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. The Aztecs in the hurry-up. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on third down. Out wide right, it's Phillips. Touchdown, San Diego State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Extra point here will tie the game. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. Right side, it's Atkins. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Strong. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Just feeds the running back.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Motion from the back. Little bit of uncertainty there. Play clock down to 4, and they'll call a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's strong. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Moving out to the right. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
San Diego State trying to get things moving on this drive. So here they are, a chance to put together a game-winning drive in a tie game in the final moments. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Long way to go on second down. Raiola. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
They'll try to pick up a few here on third down, but from here it will be a 60-yard attempt. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
This quarterback part of their running game. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Here's Raiola to throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. It's caught along the sidelines, but he's out of bounds. Would have had the first down if he could have stayed in the field of play.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
It's good! And they surge on top here in the final minute.
That's a big-time kick. Had to have it. Nice job taking the lead. Nice execution. Now, defensively, you know exactly what you're getting in for. One more stop, and this one's over.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Jackson will throw. It's complete to the right. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Escapes the pressure to his right. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. The Bobcats will have it 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires on the move. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He's got him this time. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
What a kick for that young man right there. And you just see the way it energized and galvanized his entire sideline. They've tied it up late. This thing's going to OT, and they look like they are ready to rock.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. Throwing Raiola. Look out. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and they can win it on this return. Turning it on. At the 20. He's at the 10.
What a play by the defense. And listen, we know that they practice these turnovers in these situations each and every week. How about, David, just how everybody understands, hey, we've recovered the fumble. Let's get our heads around now and go find ourselves some block.
Work it every single week. You hit the nail right on the head. We yell out words so you know. Oski, Oski, Oski. Fumble, fumble, fumble. First thing you do, defensive line. Go look up the quarterback. Start blocking, understanding how to follow my blockers. Stay towards the sideline. Stay away from all the traffic and make a big play just like they did right here.
First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. They'll run it to the right. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Jackson gonna throw it. A shot toward the end zone. He got it in, and the separation